He had to be.
I thought so too at first, but after I saw Roxy at the bar, I don't know anymore.
If Kyle was blackmailing my sister, he'll be sorry. I can promise him that.
Right.
Look, I know what you did to Roxy, and by God, if I had a gun, I'd finish the job Mindy botched.
Got over your revelry of last night.
I see you haven't.
What exactly is it I'm supposed to have done to your sister?
Rick Bauer just got back from Alaska.
Did he find her?
Yes?
And she's alive. Thank God.
Drop the act, Sampson. You don't care whether they found my sister dead or alive.
That's not true.
Shut up! I want some straight answers, and I want them now. Where was this picture taken? Where was it taken?
In a restaurant in Tulsa.
Tulsa. And how did you meet Roxy?
Through an escort service. She was a paid companion.
So, you used this picture and what happened between the two of you to blackmail my sister, is that right?
That's right, I did.
And you made her spy on Lewis Oil for you.
Correct.
Why?
I needed some inside information. I needed to get it from someone who had the capacity to stay within the organization. I knew that Roxanne had that capacity. I used her. With some gentle persuasion, she turned out to be quite a good spy. In fact, I wouldn't own Lewis Oil now if it wasn't for her help.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
What happened between Roxanne and myself was strictly business.
You used her.
I needed a mole. She was available.
You pig. You've ruined my sister's life. You want to get even? You want to dig into my past and blackmail me, too? Well, be my guest. I'll even chip in for the shovel.
It's absurd. I'm just not used to having anyone address me in that
You
manner.
are sick! Do you know that? You get your thrills out of putting people in the ropes and then hitting them below the belt, and I don't like that.
There was nothing personal in what happened between Roxanne and me.
Right. Because nothing's personal to you, is it, Kyle? Because you don't relate to anybody. No, you just try and control everybody. You did it to the Lewises, and you did it to my sister. And then you tried to help me. Why? Why do you do things like that? Don't you know how to laugh when people laugh or cry when people cry? What is it that makes you tick?
Forget it, Reva.
If you're trying to shut me up, you are wasting your time. Maybe you can control other people, but believe me, you will never control me. Why? Why are you so cold? And so distant? Hasn't anybody ever touched you before?
I said drop it. Don't you dare judge me. I know all about the ranks of men that you supposedly loved and then cast aside. Billy and Joshua, and now HB will be next, I imagine. Well, you know how to dish it out. But you just can't take it, right, baby?
Leave Harlan out of this.
I can't! For years, I thought that man was my father. I loved him. I loved the whole Lewis family because I thought I was one of them. So don't you tell me I can't feel. I can feel. Now, I've come to my senses, and Lewis's mean nothing to me.
Maybe they don't. But what about Miss Sally?
Miss Sally is an aberration of nature. You can leave her entirely out of this.
She's your mother.
Billy sent you here, didn't he? Billy wants to get Lewis Oil back again.
Billy had nothing to do with this. I came because of Roxy.
Oh, I see. We're back to that again, are we?
Oh, yeah. You know, when I first met you, I thought you were a real charmer. A gentleman. I never would have thought that you were capable of blackmail. Never. And then you saved my life. And I thought you really cared. Then you came to see me in the hospital. You brought me beautiful flowers.
Roxanne thought that I was quite a charmer, too. Uptown, in fact, was the word that she used. When do we expect her back in Springfield?
Well, she won't be coming back. She found herself a job in Alaska as a prostitute.
Roxanne told me how much she hated being a hooker. I believed her, too.
Yeah, well, I guess she changed her mind. I mean, Rick saw her with his own eyes. I mean, he said she's working in some dive out on the tundra. A place where oil men go to have a good time. My little sister.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry? How can you be sorry? You drove her to it. I mean, it all makes sense now. You hounded her about what she used to be back in Tulsa. You made her think that she wasn't good enough to be anything else. You destroyed her life bit by bit in Springfield until she felt there was nothing left. And when she felt that, she went back to the only thing she ever knew. And it's because of you. You did it all by yourself. Now, I'm going to go to Alaska to bring my sister home. And when we get back here, if you ever try to bother my sister again, you're going to have me to deal with.
Wait, let me take you to...
Why? You want to take me there? So you can get a thrill out of seeing the handiwork that you've done? Forget
Listen,
it.
you may be right. She may be there because of what I did to her. That may very well be the case. And if that's true, I may be the only one who can get her out of there.
Now, that is a pretty good story, but it just doesn't wash. You want to tell me why you are more than willing to play the part of the Good Samaritan?
Just let me do this, please.
All right. I'll stay. Why are you going?
I'm going to help Reva. We're going to Alaska to help find her sister.
The girl's been found?
That's right, she has.
Well, that's good. How come you're going with Reva?
She needs my help.
Your help? What about her husband's?
Get Vic and see to the plane, David.
Why are you so interested in Reva Lewis?
I'm not interested in her. She's a married woman.
So she is, to the man you thought was your father.
See to the plane, Preston.